What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Aaron, the Sober Life Coach. I'm a coach, author, and I've been sober for the past 7 years. And on this channel, we help fast brain driven people just like you reset, rewire, and reclaim your lives from alcohol and get their edge back. We're going to retrain your mind and help you reclaim your edge by understanding our brains and how they work. If you're a fast brain person or have ADHD tendencies and you're trying to get sober, this is the channel for you. Please like, share, and subscribe to this video. We're going to jump into something really, really awesome today. It's going to be called dopamine regulation and the fast brain. We're going to talk about why fast brains chase highs, right? And it's called the dopamine equation. Your brain isn't broken, it's just trying to balance the chemistry of drive and calm. We have these two kind of modes in our brain. One is kind of a drive mode, it's a task mode, it's where you're at work, you're kicking ass, you're doing things, right? And then when we come home, we kind of have to shift gears. And we usually don't actually shift gears. We kind of go just all of a sudden into this mode where we go into the default mode network where we had such a busy life, and now we have to come home and we sit down and we relax. Once everything's settled at home, we relax and we start ruminating, we start thinking, we start getting involved in the part of our brain called the default mode network. It's all about visualizing and those kinds of things. But because we have fast brains and because we have this different kind of wiring, our brains are going to be a little bit different than other people's. And we're going to kind of seek that dopamine. We're going to seek that dopamine. And a lot of the times, that dopamine comes with alcohol, right? And your brain isn't weak. It's just seeking a regulation, right? Fast brains don't drink to escape reality. They drink to slow a mind that's been racing 100 miles an hour, right? So your brain's still racing. Your brain's still racing. And instead of actually shifting gears and focusing on something, a task that you can do, like spending time with your kids, or maybe a meaningful absorbing project or a hobby, you think you need to shut that part of your brain off because it's just racing so fast and you have no chance to slow it down. It's kind of like Dr. Hallowell talks about having this car, right? You have this sports car brain. It's a Ferrari brain with these bicycle brakes. And if you don't have the proper brakes, so you don't know how to shift gears back into the mode where you need to be, you're gonna have dysregulation, and you're gonna feel like everything's moving really, really fast. So dopamine equals drive equals regulation, right? High dopamine gives you focus, excitement, and passion. That's kind of where you're in this work mode. But low regulation creates crashes, cravings, and chaos. So once you don't have that high anymore, and it's kind of crazy because people think that ADHD is an attention deficit disorder, and I don't really think it is either. There's lots of doctors out there that kind of back me up in this as well. You can focus, you can hyper focus, you can go to work, and if you love something or you're really into something that you're doing, you can do those things. But when that dopamine gets low and you start craving it, that's when you get the low regulation, the crashes, and the cravings, and you want chaos because the chaos is where you get that little bit of dopamine and you get things moving. And fast brains have high drive, low regulation. That imbalances fuels this chase of dopamine, and alcohol gives you that dopamine. Alcohol gives you that short-term little bit of relief into your system. And what happens is you get that short-term relief. You think, "Oh, this is great," but it just wears off, and it doesn't last. And then you get this little bit of a craving rebound, right, where you need more, and that's where that tolerance builds up. That's where things, and it actually does shut off your mind for a little while, but at what cost, right? Because the fast brain dopamine looks like this, right? You crave stimulation, you get upset, you get dopamine hit, right? You get the crash, the guilt, you go around in the circle, and it's not about addiction. It's just kind of about imbalance in our brain. And the science behind fast brains and alcohol is this. Science fact number one is the dopamine surge, right? Alcohol triggers a powerful dopamine release. Even small doses flood the brain's reward center, the nucleus accumbens, with dopamine, right? For fast brains, that surge hits harder than anybody else, amplifying the high and wiring the brain to chase it again. It's not weakness, it's just neurochemistry. Your brain is just designed to feel that a little bit more, and you get a little bit more excited about it. And it actually just gives you that little boost, that little bit of relaxation, and a little bit of boosted dopamine, and that's what keeps you going, right? Science fact number two is sensation seeking brain, right? Fast brains are built for reward, not routine. Science shows that high sensation seekers, us fast brain people, have greater drive for stimulation, lower sensitivity to negative feedback, and higher dopamine activations in their reward regions. That's why you chase highs and numb lows. Your wiring craves balance, not booze. Also, this ruminating, there's something called RSD. It's rejection sensitivity dysphoria. And I didn't know this was a thing, but I'm just learning about it now. And it's actually where you're a little bit more sensitive because the way your brain's wired, right? So not only are you dopamine seeking, you could be you're very very sensitive. So a little bit of words that people saying. You go in a social situation, you start ruminating about what happened, what you did, and you just want to shut that off, right? You want to get the little bit of dopamine and you want to shut that off. And alcohol is kind of the thing that gives you those things, right? And science fact number two is there's a regulation crash, right? Repeated alcohol use rewires your dopamine system. Chronic drinking lowers your baseline dopamine, desensitizes the receptors. That means normal life starts to feel dull and your brain craves external hits to feel normal again. And that's this imbalance in your brain, right? We talked about it before, where you have this craving rebound and it just makes everything worse. And that imbalances your brain even more with alcohol. You're not addicted to alcohol. You're trying to regulate an overstimulated system, right? You're just trying to regulate your brain and you're using alcohol as a solution instead of getting proper solutions that we talk about in the fast brain reset free Skool community and also in the fast brain reset 30-day challenge. So why does alcohol feel like the fix though, right? Alcohol artificially solves the equation. It shuts off your default mode network. It's that network that that where you're ruminating, you're thinking about things, right? And it's quieting the noise, but the brain rebounds with lower dopamine baselines and you feel worse the next day. So the cycle repeats. It's like this crazy thing where you take this drug, you get this small hit of dopamine, it either shuts off your brain or it gives you a little bit of dopamine, and then you just feel like crap because you have to drink it again to get that same high, and you're a little bit more sensitive to these things, so you feel this a little bit more, and you just keep going until you pass out or whatever, and then you get up the next day, and it's the shame, the guilt, the anxiety that that part of your brain, that default mode network, kicks in again, right, until you get back into task mode. So maybe you're able to get through that in the morning. You go right into work, right, and it kind of goes away for a little bit, but then it comes back when you have to shift gears again when you come home, and it's just a crazy cycle that we get caught up in. You don't have a drinking problem, you have a regulation problem, right? It's just the way you're regulating your brain. And fast brains create balance. They don't want booze, right? It's not about willpower, it's about how you're wired, it's about how your brain works. And for us, fast brain people with ADHD tendencies, we use alcohol as kind of a solution to our problems, and it's not really helping anybody. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is you have to reset your dopamine baseline, rewire your reward system, and reclaim your natural highs. Habit like breath work, journaling, and exercise, natural regulation. You have to shift gears. I call it shift the drift, right? So you have this drive mode, right? You're kind of, sometimes you're in overdrive, you're at work. And then when you come home, you kind of have to shift down into low gear task mode, right? So low gear task mode might be, okay, I'm going to take a moment just to kind of breathe and reset. But now I'm not going to sit here and ruminate and scroll and do things I usually do, sit and watch TV, because that's going to get you in that default mode network. I'm gonna do something that's actually purposeful for me, that gives me that little bit of dopamine that's actually healthy, like breathing, journaling, spending time with your family, connection, exercise. Those are natural regulation systems. We call them sober switches, but those are the things that you want to shift. It's like you're going to work on a drive, right? And you're going to work, you're get rushing through traffic and all this stuff, right? And then you come home and you go on a Sunday drive. Are you still going to be in that drive mode where you're rushing to work and all that stuff on a Sunday drive? No, you're going to act crazy. You're going to piss your family off, right? So you have to shift gears into that low Sunday drive kind of mode where you're still doing things, you still have a project, you're still stimulating your brain, but you're not stimulating it in such an overdrive kind of way, and you're not getting into that default mode network to let that the rejection sensitivity for you kind of kick in as well. So you're not chasing dopamine because you're broken. You're chasing because your brain was designed for more. Once you learn to drive it instead of numb it, you can become unstoppable. I'm telling you guys, your fast brain can be a superpower if you learn how to drive it, if you learn how to use it. So if you want to learn to balance your dopamine equation inside the fast brain free reset Skool community, right? It's gonna be starting November 1st. We're gonna learn how to regulate, rewire, and reclaim your life, because your brain isn't the problem, it's the path to power, right? You have this amazing brain. We just need to learn how to use it, and that's what we do in the fast brain reset free Skool community November 1st, if that's something you're interested. So thank you so much for letting me be your coach, your guide. I'm Aaron, the Sub Life Coach. I hope that you're understanding the way you're wired, and why you have this problem with alcohol or any addiction, I guess, in general. And hopefully we can help you get you to where you want to go, so you can reset, rewire, and reclaim your life from alcohol, one day, one win, one habit at a time. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for letting me be your coach, your guide. And thank you so much for letting me be a coach guide. If you like this video, please like this channel, like and subscribe so that we can get you to where you want to go with your fast brain every single day. So anyways, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys